Deuce McAllister, Saints color analyst and all-time leading rusher, also SEC Network analyst. Deuce, how are you, man?
Doing good, fellas. How you guys doing?
Now, Deuce, and I asked Sean Payton this. What is your take? You let Paulson Adebo take his lumps, or do you maybe put Bradley Roby in there?
What's your overall intentions as far as this year?
I'd say I want to win and go to the playoffs, and then if we do something in the playoffs, I'll be happy. But I want to be at least a playoff team.
I'm just saying, what are you still in a developmental phase as far as this team is concerned, or do you feel like that you can go out there and compete and win? And I think that's really what you have to determine. And I think from the moves that they've made and the commitment that they've made as far as other players and doing things that they've done, then I definitely think that they are trying to win some games. And if that's the case, then I think that you go ahead and make the move with the veteran.
Deuce, I'm on your side with that one.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, Roby, I think he has skins on the wall. I think he's a confident player. But, Deuce, so what is your take on, is it more a special teams route, or maybe you plug and play, give him a handful of plays, Ozigbo?
Well, I think that he can obviously help you on special teams, but I think at the end of the day as well, you need another body, as far as running the football. And then you talk about being able to have him and use him on short yardage. I think that's another option. And so, you needed another body as far as running back. You knew that once Tony got hurt. And so it's an opportunity for Adebo to be able to step in and say, hey, look, Ozigbo to be able to step in and come in and say, I can help him play.
Now, Deuce, what was the most frustrating? I haven't been this frustrated in a while with a Saints game, especially when you think, we're going to win. We got this game under control. Then when you're trying to close out a game, do you think Sean trusts Jameis Winston enough? If you're an NFL quarterback, I think, especially this day and age, I don't know, you should have at least 28 to 34 passing attempts. I'm not saying throwing it 40 times a game. So you think we'll see maybe Jameis having more of an opportunity?
Yeah, I do think that you'll get more of an opportunity. I think one of the things that you've got to be able to go out there and do is, just be able to execute an offense. And so, people can say that, hey, look, he needs to open the playbook up, or he needs to call plays. It's very rare that a play is designed to say, hey, look, regardless of coverage, I want you to throw it to this person. There are certain plays. There are certain plays that regardless of coverage or regardless of what that player has, that you go to that player, no doubt about it. But at the same time, you would probably prefer for you to go out there and execute a play instead of just handcuffing a quarterback in that situation. And so, I know that, I hear the grumbles. I know you hear the rumblings as well as far as opening up the offense. But at the same time, your ultimate goal is to win a game. And I don't think that he has closed that offense to the point where they feel like they can't go out and win a game.
Deuce, flip it to the Washington game. You see, man, he's going to do everything he can to help you win a game, and McLaurin's a really good receiver. But I think the big key is Antonio Gibson, that running back. And, man, I remember years ago, I got told by a college guy, man, you got to watch this big kid. He's a Georgia kid. He's at East Central Community College in Mississippi. He signed with Memphis. And he played a lot more receiver there than he did running back, and he was a return guy. Man, you take a look at – he's a big cat in the backfield. He's not a small back. Your thoughts on Antonio? Because, man, if you could get a running game going and really help Taylor there, Washington could come back into the role here.
Well, I think the biggest thing when you talk about them, it starts with their backs. And, you like both of those guys as far as not only running the football, but just when they touch the football.
Yep.
And I think that's how they're going to try to get those guys to football, period. And whether, they run the football or not, they're going to try to. But I think one of the things that they're going to definitely try to do is just get them the football. I think that's probably the most important thing that they want to be able to do. And so the Saints have to be able to account for them. You know that it's going to be physical as far as that matchup. I'm interested to see how the Saints try to cover those guys as well, whether it's with some of our linebackers and or do we put some of the nickels and the safeties on them just in a coverage standpoint, because they try to get them the ball. They try to give them the football. And so
especially J.D. They get
JD. He's the one that scored the touchdown for him right there.
JD McKissic.
Less than a minute. Yeah, McKissic. He scored the touchdown, and you're talking about what? I think he was a Arkansas State guy.
Yes, Arkansas State.
So he's an Arkansas State guy, and so it's not like that. Hey, look, I'm a major Power 5 kid. I can play, and that's all it's really about.
And, Deuce, along those lines, people wouldn't guess this. If you look, do you know he was number 2 in receptions? Alvin Kamara was number 1 last season with 83. Well, he had 80 catches.
No, on Jeopardy, other than somebody who lived in the D.C. area,
no one
you ain't going to get that.
J.D. McKissic. So, yeah, you got to be aware of that. But Deuce, how do you view the Washington football team? And it just seems like you might recall a game maybe when you played, or now, that's even pre-Sean Payton, then you were part of Sean Payton. But it just seems like when we've gone up there, I'm not talking about playing Washington in the Superdome, but up there it seems like I remember the Robert Meacham miracle play, but then I remember when Rob Ryan got fired, we couldn't even cover a screen. Kirk Cousins, like the best quarterback in the history of the game. So I don't know. I'm kind of worried, and I'd picked this game. I thought we'd beat the Giants, and I said, I don't know, we might not beat Washington. Is that something that come into play? Why have we struggled there? And I guess that's the question I'm asking.
I don't know why we've struggled there. I think it's, obviously a physical team as far as the matchup, and, they don't have the nickname the Hogs for any reason. And so that's one of the things that you have to be able to control. And then the other piece of it, and I don't think that we're going to have an issue this Sunday, is the weather elements. When you play, that kind of matters as well, anytime that you're talking about playing up there.
How do the Saints get off this up-and-down roller coaster? Can they get off the up-and-down roller coaster?
Yeah, it's about executing. It's about going out and executing week in and week out. And it's about, locking in and making sure everyone understands and knows how you have to play, what you have to do from an offensive and defensive standpoint, and then winning the special team formula. The formula for this team right now, it's playing great defense. It's about going out there, winning in the special teams, and then my offense giving me what they have that week, whether we're talking about running the football or being able to hit some explosive plays. But you cannot, the margin is too small. They cannot be inconsistent in one of those phases because they don't just have the level of talent just in there.